The Mystery of the Red Dot, Chapter 4. Adam, since we last saw him, has done quite well for himself. He has a job as an architect for a major firm, a nice home, and a new car. He even has a big screen television on which he enjoys to watch football with his buddies on the weekends. However, let us not lose sight of the experiment. After all, he was created for the express purpose of understanding consciousness from a purely scientific, impartial, and objective point of view. We taught him how to speak and gave him all the advantages of a normal life. In doing so, we have observed how a person experiences life as new and broader information is given to him. Now, let us embark on a new phase of the experiment. We will see what happens when we take everything he possesses away from him. And now we learn something about Adam that we had not expected. He became so passionate about the things life had to offer that he grew driven to discover more. His whole existence became the accumulation of things. He began to strive for financial success, comfort, and freedom. So much so that he began to define himself as an architect, a homeowner, and an avid football fan. But now he has no job, no home, and no way to watch the game. His television is gone. Even the recliner where he sat to cheer on his favorite team has been removed. One day, Adam could clearly define himself. His life had meaning. He had an identity. The next day, he has nothing and, therefore, if only in his own summation, is nothing. To him, his life has ended. A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions, Luke chapter 12, verse 15. Adam has discovered this the hard way. Now, don't worry. I know we've grown quite attached to our little creation. We'll restore him to his former state in time to see the next game. But in the meantime, what have we learned from Adam? Like most people, he built his entire life on things that are temporal. A job, a new car, a beautiful home, and a big screen TV are nice. But in the end, they all go away. The world and its desires pass away. 1 John 2:17. Have we really taken from him anything that wouldn't inevitably disappear on its own? And when he gets it all back, will he appreciate this fact and become less attached? Or will he live in fear of losing it again? Will he lock everything away so no one can touch it? Will he make us sign a carefully drawn-up contract forbidding us from plucking it away at a scientific whim? What have you built your life upon? If you lost everything you think you possess, would you no longer be who you are? Are you a guitarist or painter? What if an accident took your hands or your eyes? What if some other disfigurement rendered you unable to play or paint? What would be your identity then? I ask again, what have you built your life upon? Can it be taken from you? Who are you really? If I was to ask you what you want right now, you might say, I want a better job. Why? Because I need to make more money. Why? So I can get out of debt, buy a bigger home, pay for my kids' college. Why? So I won't have to worry about money anymore. My family will be provided for. Why? Worry is the reason you are unhappy. Jesus said, do not worry about your life. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Matthew 6:25. It's ironic how the very process of trying to eliminate worry becomes the very thing that creates it. Instead of finding freedom and happiness through the accumulation of money and things, we find more misery. We worry about thieves, the stock market, termites, car trouble, debt, or losing our jobs. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Matthew 6:21. So we buy safes, get better insurance, make more money, and start our own businesses. Yet with all our getting, our upgraded lifestyle has only brought upgraded worry. We are building our lives on the assumption that these temporal, fragile things will make us happy, but they cannot. Not as long as they can die, break, or be taken away. In fact, they aren't really ours at all, not while the inevitability of their loss hangs over them. They are ours only as long as we, or they, remain. I once read of Christians caught up in the Holocaust and thrown into concentration camps. They were forbidden to read or possess a Bible. They were not allowed to congregate. If they were caught praying, they were severely beaten, so they prayed in secret, silently in their minds. One of the prisoners was later asked how they survived. She responded, "No matter what they did to my body, no matter what things or freedoms they forbade me, they were powerless to take the one thing more precious to me than anything in the world, my faith in God and my love for my fellow man. I learned to love even the guards who abused me." Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Romans 8:35. Nothing in this world has the power to destroy you as long as the definition of your existence is not derived from what the world offers. The world, along with all its riches, is like the sparks that rise from a fire, dazzling for a moment, then vanishing into the darkness, hardly remembered. Surely every man walks about like a shadow. He heaps up wealth, not knowing who will gather it. Psalm 39:6. This is why the saddest state of man is to believe there is no God. The atheist worldview ultimately says there is no afterlife and therefore nothing eternal. It is sad because to believe such a thing is to believe that this life has nothing of true lasting value. We are, as the song says, dust in the wind, and all we have to look forward to is the fear of the inevitable. If the dead are not raised, let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we die. 1 Corinthians 15:32. However, this is precisely why I believe the single most crucial and vital message ever given by God to man is this: love. No matter what happens in this life, it is love that will sustain us. Love never fails, 1 Corinthians 13:8. It is love that will free us, reveal your eternal purpose, and, in the end, judge us. God is love, 1 John 4:8. We love because he first loved us, 1 John 4:19. This concludes Chapter 4.